If you've never gone to court and you have to go for the first time, sometimes it can be a little bit intimidating to understand who everybody is in court. So I'll explain a few of the players and who you will see in a typical courtroom setting. So most of the work that I do is in family court or juvenile court. So from my perspective, these are the people that I see regularly in court. So you would have a judge or a magistrate who would be the presiding person over the proceedings, and they would sit on a bench, and they would usually have a robe on. So you'll be able to identify them pretty quickly. You would also have a prosecuting attorney or the district attorney, depending on kind of what your case looks like. They would be sitting in one table, and then there would be the defense bar. So people who are the defendant's attorneys or the people who are the respondent's attorneys would be sitting at a different bar. So those are the lawyers that would appear in court. There could also be other lawyers who are just observing, or there could also be, if you have a GAL in your case, that is also a lawyer, so they would potentially be in the courtroom as well. Along with that, if you're in some of the family courts, they would have a section in place for social workers or CASA workers to sit, or DCS workers to sit, so they could be sitting in a separate section. There would be potentially other parties, the parties from your case, any fact witnesses, people who would need to appear and be able to testify. There's usually a bailiff or a deputy who is there to help with making sure things stay in order. Some of the cases would require a court reporter who would be present. They would usually have a monitor and a keyboard in front of them and be recording the proceedings. And then there's also usually a judicial assistant or a judicial clerk who is sitting near the judge so that they can make sure that the paperwork is filed and have communication with the judge about calendaring or other types of court record things that would be necessary for a proceeding. Depending on what court you're in, there could be other players. Sometimes there's court liaisons. Sometimes there are other types of professionals who would be sitting in on court proceedings. Also, if you have a proceeding that is open to the public, there could just be the general public sitting in there. There could also be reporters or things of that nature, depending on the type of proceeding that you're in front of the judge for. I hope this helps explain who all is in the courtroom during court proceedings. Follow me for more information on family and child custody law.